Welcome to Conversations from Backstage. We're back from our extremely long hiatus that I didn't really know we were taking. We just kind of ran out of material for Backstage that I thought was interesting. You can only see me construct so many sets.
Or fall into so many pits.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But anyway, we're back with a new show, or well, two shows actually. It's going to be two short plays that we're going to be doing. And this is the cast of one, Conversations with My Daughter. We are doing these in recorded format because we can't have people or we can only have 10 people at a time in the building per executive order, I guess is the best way to say it. And so we're going to talk about them a little bit and meet the cast. Kim is directing both of the shows, Kim Frickwelker. And the other one is called
The Hug.
The Hug. And then the whole show theme is dads. It's about relationships with boy, the word just fell out of my head.
Daughters, both of them.
Is it both daughters?
Both
I was trying.
daughters, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Father and daughter
Yeah,
relationship.
I was gonna say
father-daughter
child because
relationships.
okay. So father-daughter relationships, which is
Yes.
cool. And then we have Michael Evanichko and Prudence Van Alten. They play. What's the name of? Did you ever find out?
Me.
I'm sorry.
Me is
Just
my character.
Me.
Yeah.
So we never know the actual name.
Which is coincidental to my initials of my name.
There you
That
go.
is true.
Someone wrote this just for
Darren
me.
Michael, who wrote this, Darren Michael, who wrote the play, actually wrote it about himself.
Oh, I
When he
see.
found out he was going to be a father, he started imagining these conversations he would have with his daughter and how that could influence
Pretty crazy.
the projectile of her life. And so me is the playwright, Darren.
The playwright. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. And do we find out the daughter's name in the?
No, it's just
because-
daughter.
It's just
yeah,
daughter. That's cool. I really
just
like
And
that.
he
'cause
hadn't met her, so he wrote it
so
when his wife
the
was
actual
pregnant,
title
yeah?
is Imaginary Conversations
I'm
with
sorry.
My Daughter because she's not yet born. He sees her at age 5 and then 9, 13, 18,
Yeah.
25, and then he sees her go back to a young age, all in his head, and how she responds to things that he said and how that influences where she goes in her life.
And then it's so cool because Kim just sent us pictures of Darren, the playwright, with his daughter
With
this
his daughter.
weekend.
Oh, cool.
And it's really, I mean, I'm a mother of two small girls, right? And so it's really interesting to see him with his daughter.
Yeah.
And then how he projected how he sees her right before she got here. You know, because
Yeah.
when you look at her now, you think, would he have these conversations?
Right. You
I
have to
mean,
wonder
those
if
pictures
he's
where you're
had
like,
those-
would he say some of the things that he says to her in the
Let's-
play?
Because Michael is not a father.
I am not.
And so he's coming at this without the experience of being a parent or the anticipation of being a parent. And is that more of a challenge for you, you think, or to not have that? But are you an uncle?
I'm an uncle. I guess it's a little more challenging, but it's also more exciting.
Yeah.
But again, he's
what
like-
if I
Right, because
was
he
gonna
wrote
have
it
to-
when he wasn't a dad.
Yeah.
I
So
was gonna
like,
say, I think it would
was-
actually be more challenging
Right.
for me having.
But-
I'm actually
right.
a dad to a daughter, and
Right.
gone through some of these conversations and things to like come at them with a fresh eye. You've got a fresh eye on all of it. you
Right.
know, So
I do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's whatever your experience is with it. But I know it would be
Yeah.
more challenging for me to try and come at it with a
And
fresh
I think
eye.
he touches on the point that every person, when they find out they're going to be a parent, there's some anxiety. Am I going to screw this up?
Yeah.
Am I going to say the wrong things, do the wrong things, and then my child is doomed? So I think he touches on all of that.
You can't dwell on that too much as a parent.
No, you can't.
Because if you dwell on that, you're never going to do anything. And not making a decision is just as bad as making a decision.
Well, I've
sometimes.
realized also the ability to be to your child like, I'm sorry, right, is huge, I think, as
yeah.
a parent. To be like,
Yeah.
I might have dealt with that the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm real sorry. I love you.
So, you said earlier when we were talking about this before the interview that you had read this play quite a few years back.
Darren and I were both on the board of directors for the Tennessee Theater Association. At the time, he was president of the board, and I was serving as a mid-state rep. And he and another member of the board brought some 10-minute plays. Darren has written many 10-minute plays, and he's Nashville-based. And Christopher brought some plays, and so some board members and friends read some of those plays, and it was just a hoot. And I'm a big fan of 10-minute plays. You know, we've done some here, and I just love it. So I asked if he would send me some, and he did. And I read this one, I'd say maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I really enjoyed it, and thought it'd be a fun piece for us to do when the timing is right. And when Chad asked me, I 35 years in theater, I've been in short films, I've done live theater productions, but I've never directed for filming.
But
so-
in a live sense.
In
too.
a live sense, yeah. So this is new for me, a new challenge. And when Chad said, you know, do you have something in mind, 1 or 2, 3 short pieces that we can do? Imaginary conversations with my daughter came to mind.
So it just became the right time to do it.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
That's very cool. So is there, for you guys, I mean, I think you've done some film acting?
Yeah.
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 Have you done any film acting, Michael?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
yes.
So is it odd to do a lot, like, this is a live setup, but
I've
we're
never done
filming
this
it.
before. It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
unusual.
Yeah, because we want to treat it just as we would, right? As a live production doing it.
Yeah.
Yes, because with film, you stop and go, but
Yeah.
when we film this, there's no stopping. We're just gonna start at the beginning like we would a live theater production and film straight through.
Yeah, just go straight through it, and we're not
Yeah,
gonna do any
so-
editing or anything like that.
So it's a different.
But that's what's happening because of the state of the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is what theaters have to do to stay alive and current, and the closest we can get to having you here is to just shoot it as is.
Yeah. And is that, like, has it been fun trying to do that, or has it just been challenging, or is there some things that have come out of it that you might apply later when we can have live audiences?
I think blocking is very important
Yeah.
because you literally can't go past a certain point or you're off camera.
You know, this is not a big production with lots of cameras where, you know, we could shoot at different angles. And so we have one camera, which is the camera we're using tonight. And what you see right here is the space that the actors have to work with. Even though we have a massive stage here for them to work on, this space that you can actually see in the camera right now is the space that they have to work on. So that's been interesting
Yeah.
for them. You know, and then you've got Patrick doing the lighting, and you're
Yeah.
working on the sound and
One thing I
technical
gotta
aspect of
wrap
it.
my head around is the fact that we can't keep redoing something if we screw up. We still have to run through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like we are performing in front of an audience, but part of me is thinking, well, there's a camera. If I screw up part way through, we can stop and start over, right?
Yeah.
No?
No.
I can't do that.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we're trying to do is give everybody that same, like you were saying, that feeling, and having the one camera, I think, actually gives you that even more, because that's usually where you would be sitting, is right out there, and this would be the way you see it.
Yeah, because
you
the
know?
main seating area of CPAC is directly behind the camera, so this cast is looking at a seating area.
Yeah.
Just past that camera, so.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and hope you'll buy a ticket and watch the show.
528-1313.
There you go.